Taurus horoscope for February 2020. Welcome, dear friends. This is your monthly horoscope, which will prepare you with the most important astrology events for February if your sun or rising sign is in Taurus. So let's begin with the key events of the month. This month we have some exciting positions like Mercury, which turns retrograde. Obviously, that's a major theme. We are all preparing for that, but we shouldn't freak out about it. It's something normal, so we can take advantage of it. We can benefit from that as well. Jupiter will have a sextile with Neptune, which is also an aspect I'm so excited about. I think that it can be especially beneficial and helpful, and I would say even healing. The sun will ingress Pisces, and there will be a new moon in Pisces. By the way, Mercury is retrograde in Pisces as well. So overall, what we see during February is that spirituality, healing, self-reflection, self-connection will be the major themes, something that we should do, and we should slow down a little bit. We shouldn't rush things too much. We shouldn't push ourselves too much, but instead reconnect with our own truth, with our inner self, heal the past, heal our emotions, and prepare for the brighter future. It's very, very positive period for this type of work. Also, there will be two ingressions. Venus is moving to Aries, Mars is moving to Capricorn. Those are two events which will affect us overall during the month. And with that being said, I would like to begin with the first astrology event, which comes on the 2nd of February. This is a positive aspect between Venus in your 11th house and Pluto in your 9th house. Great aspect that can make you more emotionally focused and passionate about achieving your goals, something that you are dreaming about, something that you are confident you really want in your life. Those can be all kinds of future goals, or something related to your community, or all kinds of dreams that you really want to achieve. Use this aspect, it's especially positive. Then on the 3rd of February, similar situation. Venus in 11th house this time has a positive aspect with Saturn, but still the connection is 11th and 9th house. So overall, this is time to think about your goals, your vision of the future, what do you really want, but at the same time to be realistic and to find how you can achieve your goals, which are the concrete steps. It's about planning, it's about realistic vision, it's about more structure when it comes to your desires and goals. And on the same day, Mercury will ingress Pisces, your 11th house. That's a great time for focusing more on your desires, the future vision, but also about what you really want. It's not so much about the concrete steps, it's more about the vision of the future that you really want to have. This position of Mercury is also very beneficial for socializing, spending more time with friends. Keep in mind, later during the month, Mercury will turn retrograde in your 11th house. So it's kind of a preparation period, and the main focus is your vision of the future, connection with other people, community work. On the 5th of February, Mercury in your 11th house will have a positive connection with Uranus in your 1st house. Great time for new ideas, for more inspiration, for original things that you can try, you can think of, you can apply with concrete actions and steps you can take. Also great aspect for socializing, for community work, spending time with friends, doing something original with friends, and even some positive surprises. On the 7th of February, Venus, which is your ruler, the ruler of your sign, is moving to 12th house. This position of Venus can make you emotionally more focused on your own self, on your own desires. And this is time for reflection. What have you achieved when it comes to your own desires? What's the situation when it comes to relationships, connections with other people? Do you need to let something go? Do you need to complete something? And overall, this is time to be more in touch with your own emotions. Then on the 9th of February, important full moon, which triggers your 4th and 10th house. It asks you to find the balance between your personal life and career life, maybe to make certain changes when it comes to those two areas, especially the home situation, your personal life. Maybe something needs to be changed. Maybe it's also time for a culmination to see the results of something you have tried, something you have worked on, and overall the results of that can be very important because this is the cardinal axis of your chart. So this full moon is one of the most important ones of the whole year for you specifically. Then on the 16th, we have one of the most important days actually during the month. Mercury will turn retrograde on that very day in Pisces in your 11th house. Overall, this is the beginning of a 3-week period, which is not the most beneficial for starting brand new things, especially when it comes to community work, your desires, your vision of the future. But at the same time, it's a great period to reconsider some of your plans, some of your goals, maybe to re-establish some friendships, some connections with people from your past, and to dive deeper into your own desires and what do you really want to have when it comes to your future expectations. On the same day, Mars is also moving to your 9th house. This is a great position which can help you to be more proactive when it comes to your goals. What do you want to achieve in the future? Take action, do something about it. At the same time, this position is also beneficial for more traveling, for actively learning new things. And overall, while Mars is in Capricorn, it will have a positive connection with Taurus. And that's a supportive connection, which can boost your motivation, your vitality, your ability to take risks, especially when it comes to your goals. This position of Mars will affect you for approximately 2 months, so it's important, obviously. And after that, on the 18th of February, the Sun is moving to your 11th house. This is a position that can make you a little bit more detached from the active world or from the social world. It's time to look more into your desires, to focus on the future, maybe also re-establish connections with other people, but only if they are friends and if they are really in alignment with your own values. If not, then probably you would prefer to be more on your own. Overall, this is a nice position to focus on your desires and your dreams. On the 20th of February, we have the other major event, which honestly I'm extremely excited about. Jupiter in 9th house will have a positive connection with Neptune in 11th house. Dreams, intuition, inspiration, creativity. All of that can be related to your future vision, to your goals, to your desire to succeed, to your ability to grow, to do something for other people unconditionally, without any expectations, but which also nurtures you. Great aspect to visualize your future and your own desires, to really program yourself, your life, your future, and get the things that you want. Inspirational, creative aspect. As I said, it's great. So use the inner guidance, use this time to listen to your inner self and to achieve the things that you really dream about. Incredible position. On the 21st of February, you also have a great aspect that will support your actions, your goals, your plans. Mars in 9th house will have a positive aspect with Uranus in 1st house. Great aspect to try new things, to experiment, to be more open-minded, and at the same time focus on your goals and your own desires. Prepare for surprises and don't be afraid to experiment. Then on the 22nd of February, again Uranus in your 1st house has an aspect, but this time it's with the Sun, which is in your 11th house. Incredible combination for trying new things, focusing on your desires, socializing with other people, but also trying new things, experimenting, being proactive, focusing more on variety, on things that are, making you feel alive. So try new things, open up your mind for the new ideas. It can be especially beneficial period. And on the 23rd of February, first of all, there is a new moon in your 11th house, which is a great time to concentrate on your vision of the future, on your own desires, maybe some projects you have together with other people or with your community or with your friends, and focus on the dreams. What do you really want? But not just because you're kind of supposed to or because everyone wants that. Instead, listen to your inner self. What do you really dream about? And on the same day, at the same time, there is a challenging aspect between Venus in 12th house and Jupiter in 9th house. This aspect may require some reassessment of your goals and your desires. There could be some kind of frustration related to that, but this can motivate you to make changes. You may just realize that now you want something different, and it requires a different approach and a new direction, which is okay. Then on the 24th of February, positive aspect between the Sun in your 11th house and Mars in your 9th house. Great time to be proactive, to take action, some concrete steps related to your own desires, to your future vision, or something that will play a major role in your future life. Mars in 9th house puts the focus on your goals, on education, maybe traveling, and the Sun in 11th house is related to your friends, to your community, but also your desires and your vision. So it's a very exciting, very active combination, which requires concrete steps and actions. On the 25th, there is also an activation of your 11th house because there is a conjunction between the Sun and Mercury retrograde. Self-reflection, reassessment, seeing things from a different perspective, from a different point of view when it comes to people you communicate with, your friends, your ideals, and all kinds of desires you might have. Then on the 26th of February, again Mercury in 11th house, but this time in connection with Mars in 9th house. This is a positive aspect which can bring some old ideas into your mind related to future goals, related to education, but also communication with people, contact with people can be re-established. You can meet people from the past, and this may turn out to be very productive. You may define something you want to do in the future, or just enjoy the time that you have. And on the 28th of February, we have a challenging aspect between Venus in 12th house and Pluto, sorry, in your 9th house. This can be quite dramatic, by the way. This can make you very emotionally attached to certain ideas, certain goals, something you would like to achieve. But it might be an overreaction. So make sure not to dramatize too much, but instead change something if you don't like it. Be careful for possible confrontations and also some secret stuff which might be happening behind your back. It might include women, it might be related to relationships or romantic stuff, so be careful about it. Overall, this aspect can bring jealousy and other type of love conflicts. But on the same day, there is another aspect, which is a very harmonious one. Mercury retrograde in your 11th house will have an aspect, positive one, with Uranus in first house. Great aspect for reassessment, for finding ideas from the past which you can do again, or you might complete something you have done before, you have started before. And this can also be very inspirational, like an intuition or a guidance which you receive, or even advice which comes from other people about what you can change or how you can improve your life. So overall, it could be both exciting, interesting, and helpful. And with that, we have covered the most important events during February. Honestly, I'm most excited about the Jupiter-Neptune positive connection. I think that it can be especially beneficial for spiritual growth, for healing, for moving forward and really, connecting to your own desires, your own goals, your self-value. It can be amazing. So use the month for this spiritual work and healing. And I would love to hear your thoughts, what you're dealing with, and how do you feel during this month. It was a pleasure for me as always, and I'll see you next time.